Hello student, our course Physics of Semiconductor Devices. From that we already started module 2 PN junction, and today's our lecture topic is abrupt and linearly graded junction. Then today's lecture will cover the different topic. In the depletion region, there is a PN junction depletion region. We'll cover mainly two topics. In that we have a number of equations which is under the thermal equilibrium condition of first one is abrupt junction and second one is the linearly graded junction. In that we can calculate the built-in potential, maximum electric field, and how the distribution of your impurity in the both cases. We'll see details about that, and we'll go for number of numericals. Then depletion region, last lecture already some basic idea about depletion region already we gone through. Now we'll go to the distribution of impurity. Like in p type and n type semiconductor we have like acceptor and donor impurity as there. Then this distribution of impurity we have to study by using two cases. First one is abrupt junction and second one is the linearly graded junction. Then first upon we'll go details about the abrupt junction. Then you see here in the abrupt junction there is a PN junction formed by here shallow diffusion of your impurities, that is a ND and Na donor concentration and acceptor concentration. Then see here how that is a in N and P side they are taking a shape of your or approximate doping profile of doping profiles of this abrupt junction here, that is holes and electrons, with how this distribution of impurity with change with a distance across the depletion region. NB represent here lightly doped bulk junction is there. Then this first figure goes to change to square inside, in which minus xp to xn. Here xp is the distance which is from the whole side, that is n side, and xn distance from the your exactly center of the depletion region to the n side. Then here the space charge distribution of this abrupt junction, which is shown in the figure figure A EPC, that is the middle one part, that is the depletion region where a distribution your donor concentration and acceptor concentration. EPC distance which is from the minus xp to the 0, which is a very small as compared to if you compare 0 to xn, that is in the neutral in the region of your P-N side, and both and in P side and N side we have neutral P region and neutral N regions are there. From this depletion region, that is a free carriers totally depleted in that, and you know that depletion region in with both carriers in we have a charge neutral is there. Then we can simplify here by using a Poisson's equation, and then d2 psi by dx square plus q nm epsilon s within a distance of here minus xp or condition boundary condition minus xp to the 0 and 0 to xn, that is a minus q nd epsilon s. By using Poisson's equation we write for both region n and p region. Then overall, but as before I told, overall space charge neutrality of semiconductor requires, because here negative space charge per unit area in a p side and is same as the total space charge per unit area in the n side, so that overall charge neutralities arises in the depletion region. And then which is shown in the figure here, first figure which is represent the space charge distribution in the depletion region, which is no doubt the condition as thermal equilibrium, and second one we have electric field distribution, in which we are getting the built-in potential which is like a triangle like shape. We are, there is shaded portion here shown in the B figure, that is a built-in potential. NAXP is equal to NDX XN. Then your width of a depletion region, that is if you have a W, then W is nothing but the XP plus XN. That will go for next slide. Then total depletion layer width is W is equal to XP plus XN, and the as above shown figure, that the distribution of electric field by obtaining the integrating by both two equations here, two Poisson's equation, epsilon s which is minus q n x plus xp epsilon s minus xp to 0, and second one is E of x is equal to E is electric field with a distance and EM is the maximum electric field q and d epsilon of s x minus xn over the distance of here or over the boundary condition 0 to xn. Then em we can calculate it by using above equation in a such a way that the electric field is a maximum at x is equal to 0, so that if we put this value in above equation, then you are getting that is em is equal to q n d xn epsilon s and q n a xp epsilon of x, which is from the n and p side. Then here integrating this equation above equation, that is we are getting the total potential variation, and that is we called as a built-in potential. And by using the region of depletion region from minus xp to the xn, we can easily calculate the built-in potential. We have in previous slide we have a value of e of x dx from minus xp to 0 from p side and 0 to xn with n side, that both value if you take integration of this, then you are getting q n a x square p twice epsilon s, which is same is the case, plus q n d x square n twice epsilon s. That is 1/2 become common factor, and q n a and other factor, because w is w is nothing but xp plus xn. If you put all the value, then built-in potential is become 1/2 of em into w. Therefore, area within triangle in which is shown in the above figure already, that is the built-in potential, and which gives here the last, that is a very important equation, that is called as a total depletion layer width as a function of built-in potential. Why is it so? Because if you see in this equation, w is equal to twice of epsilon s, then your permittive is free space, that is a constant value, q is a constant, then donor concentration, acceptor concentration, we have particular value for that fixed, so that the width is directly proportional to a square root of your, or width is a function of a built-in potential. It is clear that. Then here when we have impurity concentration in either side of p or n side, if any one side is higher than that other side, then we call it as a one-sided abrupt junction, that may be n side or in p side. In below figure we show you that the Na, there is charge distribution of one-sided p plus and n minus junction, where depletion layer width of a p side which is smaller than that of n side, so that xp is less than of xn, so that the expression for w, which is shown in previous slide, w is equal to that xp is approximately become, or it is become negligible, so that the w is become equal to xn, width of depletion layer, which is due to the only that of n side. So that equation is become like this. Then this equation for electric field distribution we can write same, E of x is equal to minus em plus q nb of x epsilon s, and from this we can, that is nb is nothing but lightly doped bulk concentration, nd for your p plus and n junction, and the field decreases to 0 at x is equal to w, means here xn is equal to w, as the depletion layer of width of p side which is very small, that is negligible. That's why we are getting this two equation. And then this electric field, for that we can write em is equal to q nb w by epsilon s, and for that we have a space charge distribution of the same as we mentioned in the equation. We can show in terms of figure here, in which 0 to w, that is xn, p side which is a very small negligible, and n side which is very large, that is depletion layer width is due to the only that of x side, where your acceptor concentration which is greater than that of a donor concentration. And this equation again modify in terms of E of x, then minus em or 1 minus x by w, and this distribution of equation in terms of electric field distribution we can show in the figure. And then again potential distribution of a distance, where built-in potential, that equation we showed in next figure, that integrating this first equation, then we are getting electrostatic potential which gives the potential distribution psi of x. Then just do the put the above value and do the integration over the distance 0 to x, then you are getting em x minus x square twice of w plus constant of that. But with a zero potential, the neutral p region, the reference that we have taken 0, that x is equal to 0, so that the equation is become psi x is equal to v by x w twice minus x by w, and this is nothing but the potential distribution which is shown in this last figure. that is a VBI. Then we have to go for the depletion layer width as and energy band diagrams. If we see the equilibrium energy band diagram, which is shown here, here thermal equilibrium condition, as like previously we studied, that is a band bending in case of your potential, that is a Q VBI here, which is case like a thermal equilibrium condition, shows the electrostatic potential across the junction. But when we have a forward bias condition and reverse bias condition, in which forward bias positive voltage to P side and negative voltage to the N side, if you see compare with the first figure, in second figure depletion layer width is goes on decreasing, so that whatever a QVBI we write here, QVBI minus of a VF means we have to there add, that is your the forward bias voltage, and the details about that I will show in next figure about next slide about that. And same in case of, or if you go in case of reverse bias condition, the negative voltage applied to the P side and positive voltage applied to the N side, then depletion layer width is W, that is goes on increasing due to the reverse current here, and which is showing by QVBI plus R. The both case in which how this band bending or the energy will be or potential will be changed according to the applied voltage is with the forward bias condition or reverse bias condition is given here detail, that is a total electrostatic potential across junction decreases as VAP is replaced by VB minus VF, thus the forward bias reduces the depletion layer width. This is the reason behind that. And second one, to total electric potential across junction increases, that is a reverse voltage, so that is replaced by VBI plus VR, and so that reverse bias case increases the depletion layer width, and this as a function of applied voltage for one-sided abrupt junction. Because W is equal to, then we are getting the depletion layer width equation, W is equal to twice epsilon S VBI minus V divided by QNB, where V is a voltage, V means you have forward case we write VF, and reverse case we have write VR as we shown in this figure, VBI minus VF and VBI plus VR. Then we are writing this equation, that is V is positive for forward bias and negative for the reverse bias. Means here the depletion layer width as varies as the square root of the total electrostatic potential, which is difference across the junction. Then we go for this up to this all over about the abrupt junction or one-sided abrupt junction. Then we go for the second one, that is called as a linearly graded junction. This linearly graded junction for either deep that is a diffusence of or distribution of carriers or the impurity profiles may be approximated here. Linearly graded junction means the impurity distribution varies linearly across the junction, so that is a doping profile here showing, as we already gone through the doping profile of abrupt junction. If you compare with this doping profile, it is a linearly across the junction, and which is showing by the minus W by 2 to the plus W by 2, which is from N, and that is a P side is there. And consider here again case of here thermal equilibrium condition, then impurity distribution of this linearly graded junction as we shown in abrupt junction. Here we are showing the, but here is the distribution is like a linear distribution in which both side is as like equal, minus W by 2 to the plus W2 from P and N side. This is impurity, and then by using same as the previously case of abrupt junction, we are using Poisson's equation for the both cases, then d2 psi by dx square from minus W by 2 to the W by 2. And then where A is here impurity gradient, because we know that for impurity concentration we are using a per centimeter cube, but now we have the impurity concentration change with a distance, impurity concentration or impurity distribution change with a distance across the depletion layer, so that it is instead of per centimeter cube, it is now become per centimeter raised to 4 or centimeter raised to minus 4 of, and W is nothing but the depletion layer width. And so that with electric field distribution as in previous case, now it is showing the equal electric distribution both side, and that is nothing but the built-in potential minus W by 2 to plus W by 2. And then we are getting the same equation that mobile carriers is negligible, in depletion region, that is a depleted region in which we have a neutrality, approximately neutrality we are getting, and by using integrating above equation over the minus W by 2 to plus W by 2, then we have minus QA epsilon S W by 2, and by for maximum feed at x is equal to 0, you are getting maximum electric field in case of linearly gradation QA W square 8 epsilon S. And integrating again our equations as in previous slide, once again both potential distribution and the corresponding energy here we are showing in next slide, that is a built-in potential here case QA W by WQ divided by twice epsilon S, and again W is equal to 12 by solving equation 12 epsilon S V by Q A, that is raised to 1 by 3, and that how that is the two things are changing, that is a potential distribution and corresponding energy band diagram we are seeing in this figure. See here from 0 to that is a built-in potential, and last one that is energy band diagram which is for the linearly graded junction, as how the change in there is abrupt junction and here is a linearly graded junction. Then see here, since the values of this impurity gradient at the edges of depletion region minus W by 2 W plus W by 2, then both are the same and both are equal, then built-in potential for linearly graded junction we can calculate below. VBI is equal to KT ln AW by 2 AW by 2 divided by Ni square, that is intrinsic carrier concentration. Then you are getting equation built-in potential twice KTQ ln AW twice of Ni. For that is for linearly graded junction, for two example, that is silicon and gallium arsenide as a function of impurity gradient. You see here for that is impurity gradient 10 raised to 19 to 10 raised to 23, there is a silicon which is having a lower band gap, and that is its value of built-in potential. If we see 10 raised to 19, its value is approximately 0.55, and 10 raised to 23 is a value is a approximately 0.84. But if you go in that is gallium arsenide case, yet the value is goes on increase the built-in potential which is depend on the band gap as like in previous case. Then we will go some numerical. Consider an abrupt PN junction in equilibrium. Assume that acceptor and donor concentration is given here. Na is given 10 to 18, Nd is given 10 to 15 per centimeter cube. The intrinsic carrier concentration is given. Then solve in notebook, go step by step, go solve it thoroughly. Then finally you are getting the value built-in potential 0.7542. When you solve the notebook, that is check answer, go step by step. Second one, calculate the capacity of germanium in PN junction having area 1 millimeter square and phase charge with the 2 micrometer, and the dielectric constant germanium is 16. Then write the given value, go step by step, solve in notebook. Then we use the formula, then put all the values in formula. Then finally you are getting the capacitance 7.0 10 to minus 11 of that is farad per meter square. Then calculate the built-in potential as like a previous problem. Here is only Na, Nd, donor concentration, acceptor concentration value change, and intrinsic carrier concentration is a 2.2 10 to 13 per centimeter cube. Then by solving same like previous, but you have to go step by step, solve in notebook. VBI is equal to 0.2573 volt. Then calculate the built-in potential. Next problem is given intrinsic carrier concentration 9.65 10 to 9 per centimeter cube. Na, Nd 10 to 18 and 10 to 15. Solve step by step. Then finally you are getting VBI is equal to 0.777 volt. Then for silicon one-sided abrupt junction, Na-Nd value is given, permitted free space that is given value, Na-Nd is given. First we will calculate the built-in potential. Use the formula KT by Q ln Na-Nd Ni square, putting the value of each one, solve it step by step in notebook. Then VBI is equal to 0.96. Then we can calculate the depletion layer width, that is a W, and using our equation which is from one-sided abrupt junction, just put all the values. Then you are getting W is equal to 0.343 micrometer. Then finally we are calculating the maximum electric field Q and B W by epsilon s. Put each value, you are getting 0.52 10 to 4 volt per centimeter. And last our numerical for silicon linearly graded junction, it is based on linearly graded junction with impurity gradient 10 to 20 per centimeter raised to 4, that is means A value is given, the depletion layer width W is given 0.5 micrometer. Calculate the maximum field and built-in potential, means we have to calculate two value EM and VBI. Just use the previous slide two formulas, put the each one value. Maximum electric field you are getting 4.75 into 10 to 3 volt per centimeter, and built-in potential you are getting 0.645 volt. That is means all numerical over on the built-in potential, then linearly graded junction, then abrupt junction. Thank you. I am using mainly with Z and other material. Then do study thoroughly of all these points. Thank you.